Dale Cox with the Utah chapter of the AFL-CIO. I want to welcome you here tonight on the last night of the legislative season here. Tell us about how you perceive labor's wins and advances during this particular session.
This session, in my opinion, has been one of the best I've seen in the last decade. There's been a lot of compromise. We've gotten several bills passed that help working men and women. There are some, like the minimum wage law, that didn't get out. Our people are far and exceed the minimum wage with wages and benefits, but there are a lot of people that don't, and it's our job to help everyone. Rising tide floats all boats, and it's a concern of ours.
We understand that the governor had a big push on education this year, and that was evident by what was done with the budget. But he seemed to feel that an educated workforce was the best way to economic development in the state. What are your thoughts about that?
I agree with the governor. Whether it's a technical institute or whether it's college, the more tools you have in your toolbox, the more employable you are, the more money you're worth to that employer. We as unions have our apprenticeship programs, which teach young men and women our craft, and then as they journey out, continue to do their journeyman upgrades so they're the best of the best, and we can give our employers the best product for their money.
Now, you mentioned one of the bills had to do with that trans-state transmission line. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, Senator Bramble was able, the parties were butting heads, for lack of a better word, and compromise wasn't in either one of their vocabularies, and Senator Bramble was able to bring them to the table, work it out, and get a compromise bill through the Senate. It'll go back to the House now, where our men and women will be able to build a power line, and it's good for them and it's good for the state of Utah.
We're closing in on just a few hours left in the legislative season. By the Constitution, we have to finish by midnight. Will it get done, do you think?
Yeah, it'll get done. There's a UTA funding bill, mass transit funding bill, that we're still hoping to get through, which there again creates jobs, but it also helps the population move around and create less pollution. So hopefully that'll happen as well.
And lastly, your thoughts on the challenges that you face as being the head of the AFL-CIO here in Utah in a right-to-work state.
Well, a right-to-work state it's what the cards we've been dealt. A senator once tried to get my goat with right to work, and I turned around and asked him, "Do you know what that is?" And he says, "Yeah, it's a right to freeload. I was just trying to get your goat," and he did. But we live with it. I've got a great crew that works with me. The affiliates are great, and we just move forward. It's nothing new for us. We've been dealing with it for decades.
Dale Cox with the Utah chapter of the AFL-CIO. Thanks for joining us this evening.
Thank you.